Alright, welcome back to a new video, and of course this one will be about the August 12th bout between Navarrete and Oscar Valdez for the WBO Super Featherweight World Championship. And of course Navarrete won his belt in his last fight, fighting some dude named Wilson, but we'll talk about him later. Of course Valdez is coming off of a decision win after coming off of a loss to Shakur Stevenson. So, he lost to nothing but the best, right? But of course, let's look at the challenger's record first. You have to look at his first. It's of course Oscar Valdez is 31-1 with 23 knockouts, a very strong power puncher with a 71% knockout ratio, very good. And then of course you got Navarrete with a record of 37-1 with 31 knockouts. That is a whole 10% knockout, better, right? 10% more than Oscar Valdez, which is a lot. That being said, he is coming up to a new weight division. I mean, he did TKO Liam Wilson, but he did get hurt pretty badly, which doesn't say a lot because Liam Wilson is not a power puncher. He does not have 70% knockout ratio. He has like a 60% knockout ratio, which is, no offense to Liam Wilson, he fought good, but it looks like he, stepped off the gas pedal, right? And of course, the question was, can he bring his power up? Well, of course he could, but his chin, that's a different thing. I don't know if it's coming up with him, because he got hurt pretty badly in that fight, and he was caught in between his punches with Wilson, which Valdez is really good at doing that, catching you in between your punches. But and of course Valdez is coming off of his decision win against Adam Lopez in the rematch, even though in the first fight he TKO'd Lopez. Even though Lopez, I don't want to say he was running, but he was spent more time not trying to get hit than, fighting. But when he was fighting, he was outboxing Valdez for the most part. Obviously, Valdez's power definitely kind of deterred him from fighting because, he would have just got TKO'd again probably. And of course, people are calling this a Fight of the Year candidate. We had a lot of good fights this year. And of course, they're saying it because it's, two Mexicans fighting each other. So, as a lot of people say, when two Mexicans fight each other, there's barely any skill. It's just swinging until one goes down. Now, if I were to choose anyone, you know what? I like Navarrete. He's a very strong power puncher. You cannot count him out. But I got Valdez getting a title again in the super featherweight division. To be honest, I don't want to say Navarrete's chinny, but you got dropped by a dude and hurt, I think, the round afterwards by a dude with a 60% knockout ratio. So I don't want to say that he can't win. It's like a pretty close match. I say it's like a 60-40 matchup or even a 55-45 matchup in favor of Valdez. And if you say, oh, I think Navarrete is going to win, I believe you. With a 80% knockout ratio, you could do damage. A lot of damage. Even if you're hurt, you could do damage, right? You can't count them out. But then again, with these guys, if they catch you with their shot, I don't think there is a getting up. I don't think there is a recovery period. You're out. You're just like, oh, I'm done. To be honest, I think Valdez outboxes him for the majority of the rounds. To be honest, if it goes decision, I got Valdez. I mean, I'm not saying Navarrete is a bad boxer, but I just think his style does not work well with Valdez's style. Valdez is a very good mover, for the most part, anyways. You can punch in between your punches, and he can just go on the offense. But of course, you can't count the champion out. He does have his own unique set of skills and game-changing power. So, for all we know, Valdez gets hurt real bad in round 7 or 8. And I don't want to say he could get stopped, but he could get stopped. But then again, both of them can. So it's a very, very good matchup. It's going to be a really good fight for the championship belt. But after that, I don't know what they do. I mean, they fight the other champions. I mean, I would say they're better stylistically against Joe Cordina, not against Foster or Garcia. That probably would not end well for them, to be honest. Garcia went into the second half of the fight with Tank, so he can handle power. He still got stopped, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. This wasn't too much of talking because it's both these people are really strong punchers. Navarrete is obviously the significantly stronger puncher, but he is, I don't want to say chinny because, it's not like that, but I'm questioning how well he could take a shot in the new division, right? I mean, I do know it's going to go in the second half of the fight. I know that. Navarrete has enough power to deter Valdez for at least a couple. I don't want to say a couple of rounds, but you could deter him from unleashing a full flurry, right? Of course, Valdez coming off of a loss sooner than him. I don't want to say it's gonna hurt his psyche, but you never know. I don't want to say it was a shutout victory for Stevenson, but it was a shutout victory for Steven. But in the end of the day, I got Valdez winning 10th round knockout. Or stoppage, whatever people say. Oh, it's not a knockout. He got stopped by the doctor. That's a knockout, bro. That's a knockout, okay? It doesn't matter. You got stopped. You didn't hear the final bell. The only time it's not a knockout is the doctor doesn't let you get off your stool or you just don't get off the stool. Then it's a stoppage. All right. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. And, of course, the next video will be, I don't know. Beterbiev got infected with a jaw injury or whatever. Let's hope he recovers quickly because we all want to see the fight. Usyk versus Triple D. I don't want to say that not a lot of people are hyped about that, but not a lot of people are hyped for that. But, of course, the September 30th, I think, bout between the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez, will take on the undisputed super welterweight champion of the world, Jermell Charlo. Now, that's definitely going to be a good fight. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.